SummerSlam, our most viewed article by ×4 was about the Hawk Tuah girl. Haley Welch is what we'll call her. That's her real name. And I posted that she was there, and it was met with dozens of "who cares" or "society is doomed." And I'm sitting here like, girl made people laugh and then capitalized off of it. That's it. Like, she didn't do anything terrible. Like, I guess I don't understand the faux outrage about that. Jealousy largely. I mean,
yes.
Drew numbers for us, draws numbers on social media. You can say, well, it's just because of this, just because of that. Well, if it's just because of that, then go do it. Go do it. If it's that easy, go out and do it. Because I happen to have, I wouldn't say mutual friends, some mutual connections. And when I posted about that, they had reached out and they had said, well, you know what the first thing that she did when she got famous was, right? And I said, no. She said, well, she asked her management team how she could help out animal shelters in her area and said, by the way, I ain't moving to LA. I'm living with my grandma and taking care of her. That's a pretty good indication of
you, Sean Ross Sapp.
And listen, soft spot there. Grandma's boy here. Took care of my grandma for a very long time. So I'm like, man, when I got people saying society is doomed as we know it, I'm like, yeah, not in relation to the blatant bigotry, misinformation, and just horrible behavior and hatred that we see, but because some girl that made people laugh is getting a following and capitalizing off of it like anybody could, should, would. What are we doing here? We ain't got. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, anybody watching this podcast, if you're from a small town and you didn't get born into money, and then all of a sudden you say something that goes viral, and now you got people hitting you up wanting to pay you to appear on podcasts and appear at events, you're going to say no? Nobody is going to say no, given your background, if you're given that opportunity. So how can you shit on this girl for that? I have no problem with it. I don't follow anything she does, but she's not doing what anybody else would do in the same situation.
I came from a trailer in the middle of nowhere with like 200 people living in that town. So, I mean, like, listen, this opportunity doesn't come up a lot for people who are from those small towns, as she has since highlighted. And listen, she gets the attention. I heard of some of the dollar figures that were thrown around about, a lot of different things.
Got 30 grand for her first ever appearance. It was public. So 30 grand for that. Good for her. Good for her.
Yeah.
Again, nothing that no one else would do in the same situation.